words are sort of superfluous with a picture like this. I'm going to show you how Bollywood films have become more bold over time and in some ways restricted in ways that you may not imagine. Even though India is the world's largest democracy and also releases more movies each year than in any other country, it's still sort of working out what's safe for its people to see. The censors are still kind of tweaking things, as you're going to see. This was a big hit earlier this year, Delhi Belly. It was about a guy with Delhi belly, and that's why shit happens. It's a huge hit, sort of The Hangover comes to India, sort of, and it showed, it really broke so many boundaries, because it showed simulated cunnilingus, kissing, the F word, the S word, extramarital sex, and even the theme song had the word vagina in it. It was very shocking. Here's Shah Rukh Khan. I don't really need a reason to bring him up, but his, this is from Raw 1, which was a big 3D film that he put out this year that actually it was meant to be a children's film, but it had a song about your booty goes pop, pop, pop in 3D. And also it had these terrifying images of this hypervillain Ravan that my own child jumped up in my arms and started screaming and crying to take him out of the theater. Okay. Still, this is all fine by the censors. Okay, this movie's in theaters now. It's called The Dirty Picture, and it stars Vidya Balan, and it's based loosely on the life of an 80s sex screen siren called Silk Smita, who later inspired Nandini Nylon and other stars. And this movie is sort of taking a tongue-in-cheek look at the smarminess and raunchiness of cinema of the 80s. There's a picture, I love the obligatory making love in the lemons scene is nice too. Now these are all contemporary movies that have come out basically in the last year. Zindagi Na Milegi Dobara, which means life doesn't give you a second chance. This was a really fantastic hit, and all the women love this film, mostly because of that guy, Hrithik Roshan. And also, it's kind of nice to see these gorgeous people smearing raw tomatoes all over each other's bodies. Again, the censor said, go ahead. Here's where the censors put their foot down. This year, a film called Rockstar came out, starring Ranveer Kapoor, about it's a rags to riches story about some kid who wants to be famous. And the movie showed there was a scene where he was supposed to have a concert that he shot in Dharamsala, which is the home of the Dalai Lama's community in exile, the Tibetan community. And because India and Chinese relations have always been so touchy about that subject, the Indian censors decided that they could shoot the scene here in Dharamsala, but there's one thing that they would not let people see: the word Tibet, free Tibet. And so, looking back at films over the past year or so, I'm sort of wondering, what are the censors in India trying to protect Indians from? That's it, thank you.